Imagine you're walking down a dark path, your heart pounding, searching for a sign, a hope to light your way. And suddenly, a powerful yet loving voice whispers to you, "What if this week you receive the greatest prophecy that will change your life forever?" If you feel a lump in your throat right now, it's no coincidence. It's God speaking directly to you. Stay until the end, because this prophecy could be the miracle you've been tearfully awaiting through the night. Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Anna, a single mother in a poor neighborhood of Lima, Peru, where the scent of earth dampened by sporadic rains mingled with the sound of children playing and the distant echo of an accordion in the street. Anna lived for her 5-year-old daughter, Sophia, but the weight of life seemed to crush her. A precarious job as a seamstress barely covered their daily bread. Debts grew like weeds in their small backyard, and loneliness wrapped around her like a cold blanket, with the smell of burnt candles on her makeshift altar reminding her of her unanswered prayers. Every night, with Sophia asleep beside her, Anna whispered through tears, "God, when will my blessing come? Why does my heart feel this emptiness it can't explain?" But deep within her, a spark of faith burned, dim as a star in a cloudy sky, whispering to her that God never abandons those who sincerely seek Him. Anna didn't know it yet, but this week would be different. God was about to reveal to her the greatest prophecy of blessings, a promise that would not only transform her heart, but rewrite her story. It was a Monday morning, with the sky painted soft pinks and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee filling her small kitchen, when Anna felt an inexplicable urge to pray. Kneeling, the floor cold beneath her knees, she opened her worn Bible, and her eyes fell on Isaiah 55:8-9. "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, says the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." This was the first sign of the prophecy. Trust in the divine plan. God was telling her that His plans were greater than her fears, that blessings would come in unexpected ways if she trusted without doubting. That day, Anna decided to act in faith. Instead of worrying about the bills, she went out to the market with a smile, offering her sewing work door to door. To her surprise, a neighbor, Doña Rosa, asked her to sew an urgent dress for an event, paying her twice the usual amount. It wasn't a fortune, but it was a spark of hope, like a ray of sunshine piercing the clouds. However, doubt loomed. Was this part of the prophecy, or just a stroke of luck? The tension in her heart kept her on edge, yearning for more answers. Tuesday brought a challenge that shook her faith. As she sewed by the dim light of a lamp, the smell of thread and fabric permeating her hands, Anna received an eviction notice. She must pay the back rent in 3 days or lose her home. Panic engulfed her. Her breathing became heavy, as if the air itself was squeezing her, and Sophia's crying from a stomachache added to the chaos. In that moment of despair, God spoke to her again through prayer, guiding her to Jeremiah 29:11. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." This was the second part of the prophecy. Persistent prayer as a bridge to blessings. Anna, with tears falling like raindrops, prayed with an intensity she had never felt, asking not only for her home, but for strength for Sophia and for a miracle she couldn't imagine. The turning point came that same afternoon. A friend from church, upon learning of her situation, offered her an interest-free loan to cover her rent, and the local doctor examined Sophia for free, saying her pain was temporary. But the tension didn't disappear. Anna wondered if this help was the end of the prophecy or just the beginning, keeping her heart in suspense, which drove her to pray even more. On Wednesday, as the sun blazed in the sky and the heat made sweat bead on her forehead, Anna found a crumpled note in her Bible, written by her mother years before. Daughter, never stop giving, for it is in giving that God blesses you. This message, combined with Luke 6:38, give and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be poured into your lap, revealed the third part of the prophecy. Generosity as the key to abundance. God showed her that blessings are not only received, but also multiplied by sharing. Anna, although she barely had enough to survive, decided to donate a dress she had sewn to a needy mother in the neighborhood. That small but faith-filled act triggered an unexpected miracle. The mother turned out to be the sister of a local merchant who, moved by the gesture, offered Anna a contract sewing school uniforms, a stable job that would triple her income. But the mystery remained. How could such a simple act open such profound doors? The intensity grew, like a river accelerating before a waterfall, making Anna wonder what else this prophecy would bring before the week was out. Thursday was a trial by fire. While working on the uniforms, the rhythmic sound of the sewing machine echoing like a heartbeat, Anna received a call. Her daughter had fallen at school, injuring her leg. The hospital was full, and fear enveloped her like a dark cloak, the smell of disinfectant from her last doctor's visit returning like a bad omen. Doubt struck hard. Is this the blessing you promised, God? But remembering the prophecy, Anna applied trust, prayed without ceasing, and gave thanks in advance, even in the pain. The turning point came quickly. A neighbor, upon hearing about it, drove Sophia to the hospital, and the doctor confirmed it was only a mild sprain. Furthermore, a spontaneous community collection paid for the medical costs, as if God had moved hearts in sync. The emotional tension kept her on edge, wondering if this prophecy was a puzzle she didn't yet fully understand, driving her forward with renewed faith. Friday brought an unexpected twist that intensified everything. As Anna sewed under the setting sun, the sky painted purple, and the scent of flowers from her yard filling the air. A long-time client appeared with a proposition. She wanted to invest in a small workshop for Anna, transforming her solitary work into a community business. This moment smelled of miracle, but also of responsibility. Anna felt the weight of leading something bigger, and doubt whispered, "Am I ready for this?" Inspired by the true story of Elizabeth Elliot, who transformed her grief into ministry after losing her husband, Anna prayed for courage, trusting that the prophecy included not only personal blessings, but a greater purpose. She accepted the offer, and that day marked the beginning of a workshop that would employ other mothers in the neighborhood, creating an impact that resonated like a divine echo. But the tension remained. How to maintain this blessing without losing humility? On Saturday, Anna reflected at her small altar, the scent of incense and candles creating a sacred atmosphere. Each part of the prophecy, trust, prayer, generosity, had woven together like threads in a perfect fabric, transforming her heart from anxiety to peace, from scarcity to abundance. However, a final test came. An envious neighbor tried to discredit her new workshop, spreading rumors that stung like knives. Anna, applying the 3 pillars of prophecy, prayed for her detractor, gave thanks for the test, and trusted in God's plan. The result was surprising. The community stood up for Anna, and the neighbor, touched by her grace, asked for forgiveness, joining the workshop. This final twist showed that the prophecy was not just for Anna, but to heal others through her, creating a movement of love and faith that spread throughout the neighborhood. And so in 1 week, Anna went from despair to a transformed life, proving that God's greatest prophecy isn't just a promise, but a call to live with faith, prayer, and generosity. Isn't it amazing how 1 week can change everything when you hear God's voice? If this story has touched your heart, it's because this prophecy is for you too. Are you ready to trust, pray, and give this week? Have you ever felt a blessing come just when you needed it most? If you feel that fire in your soul, share in the comments, "I receive God's prophecy." And if this message has inspired you not to give up, subscribe to the channel now. But only if you have the courage to live out this blessing. God bless you, and remember, this week your heart can be transformed.